Very positive indeed. I think we've got a perfect storm for Bitcoin here. On the one hand, the regulatory side really changing. And I think the launch of the first Bitcoin futures ETF today is a major positive step. It really opens up Bitcoin to a far wider group of both institutional and retail investors than before. And of course, that's just the first. There'll be more of those coming up. And then alongside that, you've got the inflation issues that we were just talking about, which clearly provides another major positive impetus for Bitcoin. Now, people have talked, there's a kind of technical limit at just above the current price. I think all the chances are we will see that broken before very long at all, and Bitcoin moving up to new longer term highs.
Do you think Bitcoin is a good inflation hedge? Because just, right in the height of some of those inflation concerns earlier this year, Bitcoin actually sold off. So do you think it does have merits as an inflation hedge for a lot of traders and investors?
Like any market, there are always many factors that affect Bitcoin. And I think that particular moment that you were talking about, it was some of those other factors that were dominating. I think when we look at the commentary from quite a lot of significant investors, some of which obviously, as we've heard, are negative, but many understand that Bitcoin is an asset in strictly limited supply, and therefore over the medium to longer term, it does represent potentially a very powerful inflation hedge.
Giles, I was pointing out yesterday, we were talking to Philip Hammond actually about Bitcoin, that you've got a lot of naysayers now lining up against Bitcoin. These are the people that called the subprime mortgage crisis, that called previous economic events in the past, and they are concerned about the systematic ramifications of Bitcoin. What do you make of that? And do you think that we really do have an unloved rally playing out now because there are significant concerns around the impact of this particular asset class?
I think you're right to mention the asset class, because of course Bitcoin is just the cheerleader for the whole of the cryptocurrency universe. And I think once you look particularly, say, at Ether, at some of the other cryptocurrencies like Polkadot, you really have a very, very powerful ecosystem here, which can drive decentralized finance. It can support the NFT market, which has been, I think some people have regarded that as a bit of a bubble, a bit of a joke. But again, that actually has enormous potential for supporting, it's a kind of new way of having copyright on the internet. So I think there is so much that the broader cryptocurrency universe underpins that to dismiss it as just, having no substance really misses the point.